Hey guys, I know it's a bit of a shock, but we're back for another toy haul video. A whole bunch of stuff in just the past 3 days have come into this house. We had another comic shop sale. I had viewer mail, which was a really interesting thing. That was a first. Got a bit of a mystery box from a viewer out there who wanted to get rid of some carded mint-on card stuff that he just didn't want anymore and wanted to give it to another collector. So I said, absolutely, bring it on. Let's see what it is. And then all of the stuff that I got on Force Friday, which is today, the day I'm filming, Friday the 13th for the Solo A Star Wars Story release, which was a bit of a mess, but we'll talk about that. So we'll just kind of go chronologically through the stuff that I got. So this all goes back to the previous video. I think it was the previous video where I went to the comic shop. They were having a sale. I bought a bunch of old Star Wars stuff. You know, 90s era stuff, and I went back and basically did the same thing again because, like I mentioned in that video, I believe, I left a bunch of stuff behind that I wanted to get but figured I was just spending way too much money. So I went and got some more stuff, a couple goofy things, some interesting stuff, some more stuff that might go along with the barge. So we got, this is definitely not that, we got this Jedi Transmission Revenge of the Sith era Plo Koon figure. It's a translucent figure. I like Plo Koon, so I got it. It's in that awful style package, so I hate that stuff. We got a Power of the Jedi era Ketwall figure. Figured, you know, aliens, that works in terms of the barge, Jabba type stuff. We got the Force Ghost 3-pack from the Power of the Force, so Anakin, Yoda, and Obi-Wan there. That's a cool one. Nothing too crazy, but again, translucent figures, it was incredibly cheap. And who doesn't like a good Force Ghost set? Come on. We've got the one figure that I definitely meant to get, and then for some reason I put her back. The Expanded Universe Power of the Force Leia. So this is the one from the comics where she's like a Jedi. Far different than what we see now in the sequel trilogy, for sure. I got another Weequay skiff guard. You know, I figure I can use this kind of stuff to populate parts of the barge here and there. So that was an easy one. I mean, he was $2 maybe. Maybe. We got some bigger stuff. So we got the Dewback and the Sand Trooper, which was kind of ironic since this is the week when the Black Series Dewback came out. But this guy... I mean, I think this is actually a pretty solid toy, honestly, especially for its time. The Dewback in particular is really cool, and this is a hefty, hefty box. That's a big hunk of plastic. So I'm going to open this guy up at some point. I think what I might do, and I don't know, let me know down below if you're actually interested, because I have a ton of this 90s era Star Wars stuff that, honestly, I don't really want to keep it carded anymore. There's no point. It's certainly not going to do me any good if I want to populate my sail barge, so I've got to open it up, and I figured maybe I can open some of it up on camera. Maybe not necessarily a review, but just an open it up, hey, here's this stuff, this is what Star Wars toys from 20 to 25 years ago was like. So if that seems even remotely interesting, let me know. I might do it anyway, but I figure if people actually want to see it, that'd be a good idea too. And then we got the other beast, the other big beast at least. This is the Ronto with a Jawa. So this is, you know, the thing. This was added in the special edition. You see it in Mos Eisley. But this is pretty cool. Again, it's another like really, really heavy box. Like this is definitely heavier, but this is still a hefty chunk of plastic here. So it's a cool little thing. Another beast, another thing to kind of break up the monotony almost. But that was all the stuff that I got as far as Star Wars goes. I did buy one other thing, and I've shown some of this stuff off on the channel before as well. It's another carded figure, one that I'm going to leave carded. We got a vintage 90s Toybiz era Iceman figure on the card. So, you know, if you've seen some of my videos, you know I really, really like these. I just dig the card art. It's very nostalgic for me. And that's pretty much what it is. It's a nostalgia thing. They are pretty cool figures, even loose. Some of them anyways, not all of them. But that was a good one. I mean, I think I got him for $4, I think. So, I mean, I can't beat it. And this card is just about as perfect as can be. It's been taken care of very well. So that's a plus for me. And then Thursday was the viewer mail day, which this was a weird one, just because, like I said before, I've never had anybody ask. Well, actually, I've had someone ask, and then nothing ever came of that. But I had a guy reach out to me. You can find him on YouTube or Twitter as Gooberbay, and I'll put a link down to his stuff below. Just give him a bit of a shout out because, for one, I'm incredibly appreciative of this stuff. Not only because it is cool, but just the fact that someone would even think to send me anything for free. I mean, let's be honest, I'm a nobody on YouTube, really. So he sent me this big box, which is definitely, you know, more than I had ever anticipated. I expected 1 or 2 things, and there's like 8 or 9 things in here. So he said he had a bunch of stuff that was carded, old stuff that I might be interested in. Some newer stuff as well, but stuff that clearly he watches my videos, at least to some extent, because a lot of this really speaks to me. The first couple things that we got in here, we got a couple pops, which I do buy pops, but I don't buy a whole lot. But I don't have these. We've got the first appearance Vision from the Collector Core box, and we've got the Flocked Convention exclusive Lockjaw, which this one in particular, pretty cool. Who doesn't like a good flocked dog pop? That's awesome. We've got a TMNT Mega Block set, which looks pretty cool. This Michelangelo actually looks pretty solid for what it is. For such a tiny figure, they sometimes pack the detail in on Mega Blocks. So this is at least a couple years old because they call them Mega Constructs now. And TMNT, beyond that, this was really cool. This is a carded Genghis Frog figure. So this particular figure, I've got him. I've got like 3 of them, I think, but none of them have the accessories except for the shield. I don't have any of this stuff, and it really makes me want to crack him open, but I don't think I could bring myself to do that. I don't really have any carded TMNT stuff except for one really nasty April figure. The one where she's like a, I don't know, she looks like a streetwalker in it, honestly. I don't remember which figure that is, but this is pretty cool. So that kind of tipped me off that he was actually sending me stuff that was legit and stuff that, you know, actually speaks to my interests. And then this is the one that really sent me over the edge, because that's the segue from the comic shop, is that he sent me a carded Toybiz figure. And, you know, so it's carded. I had this figure as a kid. The card's in pretty good shape. It's got a little dings here and there, but the bubble is firmly sealed onto this package, and Colossus is my favorite X-Man. So this one really did it for me, and I don't have him carded still. I don't even have him loose anymore. So this one was definitely a big win for me personally. That's awesome. I mean, I've been wanting to buy one. I just haven't pulled the trigger on it. And then he sent me this other one, and I've never seen this before. So this is an old Kmart exclusive Spider-Man Human Torch 2-pack. And Spider-Man looks pretty normal. This Human Torch figure is the weirdest thing I have ever seen. It looks beyond janky with its weird articulation. It's got some sort of catapult that launches him, and he also glows in the dark. So I don't know what's going on. It's a hideous looking figure, but it's so 90s and so ridiculous that I can't help but be fascinated by that one. So that's definitely a plus. That's cool. And then as far as more Marvel stuff, and I remember these guys, but I don't think I had them, but who knows, I might have. These were die-cast little metal figurines in the 90s. These done another Toybiz thing. So these are all sealed. We've got Magneto, Wolverine, Surfer, 90s Mandarin. You don't see that style anymore. Kingpin, Spider-Man, Cyclops, and a War Machine. And this thing's really heavy. You can tell that that is some serious metal in there. So that's really cool. I want to take these out. I'm not sure I'm going to, though. We'll see. We'll see. And then the last thing he sent, this one's kind of weird. It's not a toy, but it definitely relates, and I've actually been flipping through it the past, I don't know, not too long. I haven't had it very long, but this is the official Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, if I can get it out, Treasury. This book came out in '91, so it's about like all of the memorabilia that was around at the time. So, you know, basically at the height of Ninja Turtles, there's stuff about the comic books in here, and the toys, and all of just the paraphernalia, you know, like a pencil box, and it's in black and white too, which I think is really funny. You could tell that this had to be made on a bit of a budget, but that's really cool. So, I mean, we've got, you know, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things that he didn't have to send me, that he didn't need to send me. But man, I cannot express my gratitude enough. I really appreciate sending me these things. I can really tell that you do pay attention to my videos, because a lot of this really, really speaks to my interest in the fact that I'm trying to get these carded Toybiz figures. You know, that one just really jumps out at me. So thank you to Gooberbay for sending all of this stuff. And that was my Thursday, really. So that really kept the week going pretty strong until today. So today was, or is still, quote-unquote Force Friday. It's the one that's not really advertised this time around. I'm going to move this box out of the way. And so we did get a bunch of stuff, but I don't really have anything to show for my trips today. So I went out to try to find stuff, and I really struck out. There were a lot of stores that have been putting stuff out early, or that haven't put things out at all because there's no real direction around this particular event. Things are just supposed to not be out before today. So stores like Target apparently don't have anything set possibly until the next coming Monday. At least that's how some stores seem to be operating. So thankfully, close friend was able to get me pretty much everything I'm looking for. The only thing I'm really missing now is the Black Series 4 lump. So with that said, we'll take a look at what I got, because you guys have already seen some stuff. I got the Tarkin and I got the Range Trooper already. I'm not getting Han and I'm not getting Lando, not at full price. I just don't need those in my collection. They don't do anything for me as characters, but I'm not going to go into that again. There's a rant video out for that if you want to see it. But we did get some 3 3/4 inch stuff, and we've got some vintage collection stuff, and some vehicles, and Black Series. So single carded figures, and we got 2-packs. The 2-packs I've actually already opened. There's a review coming for those very soon. That's the Qui-Gon Darth Maul and the Lando and Kessel Guard. So I kind of goofed on those and opened them up and then realized, hey, I was actually going to do this video. So keep that in mind. There are other things. So we've got the Kira figure. So this is, you know, the main chick in the movie. So Daenerys, basically. The figure actually doesn't look bad. I just still think she looks like she's fresh out of Blade Runner and not out of the Star Wars universe. So my rant does not apply to these figures. I'm just not going to pay 20 bucks for her figure in the Black Series. We got a Range Trooper. One interesting thing about these guys, I'm going to do a review on these. The boots are gray instead of white. And then I got another one. We got 2 of them. 2 Range Troopers in the 5 POA. And then we got, this is probably the biggest figure right now for this line, is the Mimban Stormtrooper. So this guy's 1 per case. And I mean, he's selling out really, really quick. It's going to be one of those where if you want multiples, you're going to have to buy them and snatch them up. So thankfully we were able to get this guy. He looks pretty cool. He's got this, whatever this is, big gun. Got the cool cape. I like that. We got the new Chewbacca, which I'm curious to see him against the last Chewbacca. I want to see how much is different outside of the gun and the bandolier. But we've got that. And then we've got some vintage collection. So we've got Supreme Leader Snoke. We've got another one, because I'm going to open one and keep one sealed. We've got 2 First Order Stormtroopers. I've already got one in a figure shield case, like I mentioned. That was coming. They do work perfectly for these. We've got Rey. We've got the Rebel Soldier from the Hoth battle. And he looks pretty solid. Kylo Ren. And we've got Jyn. So, I mean, most of these aren't new to me because I was buying the Walmart Black Series exclusives, the ones that came in the little Black Series boxes. You know, the only real new figures here are the Hoth Soldier and Snoke. So, we're going to do a review on all of these, open some stuff up, take a look at them, because I am pretty interested for the Vintage Series return. And then this is the one thing that came that's not new, but I got it on sale, so I figured might as well. We got the TIE Silencer from the Last Jedi line. I mostly got it because I want the Kylo Ren figure, but I guess I'll do the vehicle as well. The only thing that sucks about this is I need the Force Link thing to make it do all of its stuff. And I never opened that BB-8 playset, and that's where my Force Link controller is. So I guess I'm going to need to dig that thing out and open it. I should open it anyway. I said like 4 months ago I was going to do a review on that thing and never did. But this vehicle actually looks pretty sweet. I mean, I like the ship design, but I got it for like $18 and it was $40, so you can't really go wrong there price-wise, unless of course you just hate 5 POA. And then we got the deluxe packs from the Force Friday, so this is the Force Link 2.0 stuff. This is the Wampa and Luke, and what I find interesting with this guy is he's in Last Jedi packaging. So I don't know if maybe this is a late release and just didn't come out in time or what, but these look strikingly like scaled down versions of the Black Series releases. Got the back there. These look almost identical to those guys up there. So we'll see. I'll have to check those out. That's definitely interesting though. There's a lot of weight in this box. That's a big thing. And then the one deluxe thing that I was really looking forward to, we've got Enfys Nest in the swoop bike. So this one looks just awesome. Excellent looking figure. Cannot wait for the Black Series, because there was a leak yesterday that this is coming in Black Series form as well. So we've got the swoop bike. It's in the new box. The packaging on the back. So we're going to do a review of this. We'll do a review of the Wampa. All that good stuff. And then I guess the last and biggest thing that got delivered today. So the 2 deluxe things came from Amazon. All the other single carded figures you just saw came from a friend that found it for me, with a small exception of a few things that I found last night early. So Amazon saved the day for this one for me. We've got the big boy here. We've got the Dewback and the Sand Trooper. I probably could have found this in store if I had hunted hard enough, but Amazon put them up with free 1-day shipping, and I had a gift card, so I figured let's use the gift card on something I'm going to buy anyways. That's technically saving money, right? So we got the Dewback and the Sand Trooper, and you absolutely know that this is going to get a review. I am beyond pumped to get this thing. It looks so much better than I had ever anticipated. It just looks amazing. So this is probably going to be maybe one of the toys of the year if it really holds up as well as I think it's going to. It's got an articulated tongue. I mean, you can't go wrong there. So yeah, I guess that's it. I mean, that's a lot of stuff, right? For a few days period, we got all those old Star Wars figures. We got all that random but cool stuff from Gooberbay that came yesterday. And then today, Friday, we've got all of this new Star Wars stuff. So the only thing that I'm missing, it's actually two things. I'm missing the this line's Maz. Missed that one. No, I'm not worried about that one. We'll be able to get her easily. And then I'm missing the Forlom figure because there doesn't seem to be any of those going around, although my friend did find one for himself. So he was able to get that, and we do know that they do exist and they're out in the wild. I just got to track one down for myself and I'll get the old Bug-Eyed Bounty Hunter on my shelf. So that's it for this haul. Let me know what you guys have gotten this week. Let me know if you saw anything here that tickles your fancy. Let me know what you got on Force Friday for sure. I am really interested to see what other people are out there hunting for, since there's a lot of stuff for Star Wars. It's not just Black Series. Let me know what you guys got. And I'll catch you later for another haul, because you know one's coming soon.